Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where we've got 3 different bits of news to cover here in today's video. First up, this is the one that is, for me personally, the most exciting. Faction Wars Hard. It is coming tomorrow. The new patch you can actually download. For example, on my phone, I've downloaded the update. It is there to download already, but it will actually activate tomorrow. And this is important advice, and thank you to Plarium for pinging people on Discord about this as well. To make the most of it, we recommend saving your Faction War keys after the daily reset, so be fully prepared to dive in. Keys will not be renewed if they've already been used for the day. Now, look, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal if you miss a day or two here or there. Like, the sky's not going to fall down or anything. Tomorrow, by the way, is going to be Bannerlords and Shadowkin. It just means you'll be, whatever, like one rotation behind. You get 18 keys per day, and it costs 6 keys per floor. So you can only clear 3 floors. So you're going to need 7 full rotations to fully clear each crypt. And that's assuming that you have everything you need ready to clear the crypt day 1. The crypts are pretty tough. I think it's definitely doable if you're an endgame player. I think you definitely can. If you're, a mid-game player, you've beat Faction Wars recently, Faction Wars normal. There's no way. Okay, there's no chance. You're simply not going to have enough champions, and you're certainly not going to have enough gear to, I think anyway, beat the top stages. And some of the conditions are really hard as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if, I think a lot of people will probably be like, I'll just 1 or 2 star maybe a few of these floors, and I'll come back for the 3-star in a bit. Would be my thoughts. I highly recommend, by the way, upgrading your faction area bonuses, Faction Wars bonuses, will make a massive difference. There are several floors, especially top-end ones, where especially if you get ignore defense and the crit damage maxed out, and you're going to want the accuracy as well, like champions like Empress. Empress hard carries Knight's Revenant, but you need to build them with accuracy. But you get your ignore defense, crit damage, and your accuracy maxed out first. Get speed up as well. This stuff's going to make a huge difference to enable you to come into some of the really difficult waves and go, gosh, this is really difficult to deal with. Well, let me just blow it up with some nukers. It's by far the easiest way to deal with some of them. You can really cheat some of them just with raw damage and stats. So yeah, that's some quick advice there. Obviously, stay tuned on the channel. What I'll probably do is every day, we'll do our 2 crypts, our 3 stages of each crypt. I'll probably put up a big old video. I'd imagine the first few days, the first few floors of each crypt will be very simple and straightforward. And I'll just chat to you about, I've covered about half the crypts now on the test server. YST's covering the other half. I'll chat to you certainly about the ones I've covered every stage of, because half of these factions I've basically beaten every stage already. I'll chat to you about the champions I'm looking at for each faction each day to build up that are going to make a really big difference, and the stuff that I found to be very effective, and some of the things to watch out for, etc., etc. So that is coming up, which is really cool. But that's not all, folks. We've got some more info tomorrow. Again, it's the 13th of May. It's all kicking off. There's going to be an extra legendary event for Ancient Shards, and they got a bot to post this. So the bot doesn't have nitro, so he can't actually use the emotes from the emojis from the raid server. Very sad. But yeah, if you get someone a legendary, you'll get a second one for free, basically. So yeah, it's a good event. Now, here's the thing. It's not an event that you must do by any means, shape, or form. You do, if you play around your Mercy timer, which would be, you're close to 200 summons without a legendary, and it starts to stack up really well. If you play around that, you do get a chunk more legendaries pulling on these extra legendary events than you would in just a 2x event. But it's not to the degree that I think you need to really stress about it. Like, you can just pull in 2x shard events, and particularly focusing towards fusions and Titan events and that sort of thing, and you'll be just fine. So yeah, it depends. I only have 76 ancient shards. I am not going to go for this. I would only recommend it if you can guarantee you're going to get a legendary. It's not worth gambling, right? It's not worth the gamble of like, I got a legendary in my last pull from ancient shards, and I've got 50 ancients. Sure, I'll just YOLO them. I mean, do it if you want for fun, but it's not really a good decision. But you could do it for fun if you want. But yeah, for me, I've got a small number of shards. I'd rather save these for future events, right? For me personally. And they did boost ancient shards in the summon event last weekend, so you might have pulled some there as well if you were doing the fusion. etc. So yeah, um, it's a good event, right? And especially it's well worth what I'd highly recommend. Just to cover this for people, I'd highly recommend always track if you want to be super hardcore, right? Track your mercy system for every type of shard, so you know where you're at, and then you can target good events. So specifically, extra legendary events from ancient shards and sacred shards are really good. And then for void shards, 15x progressive events for void shards are actually okay. They're not amazing, but they're okay. You might as well. If you're close to mercy, why would you not go for a 15x Marishka, right? Or you could put, I mean, a lot of the useless void legendaries will be a lot better at faction wars, to be fair, but still probably not something you want to get if you can give yourself an extra chance or something good. Now, we also have this magic summon pool, which is on for a few days. We should be having Champion Chase this upcoming weekend, so definitely wait to summon your actual prism shards for that. It'll give you some Champion Chase points. I think it's fairly intensive to... We come in here, let's go into the event tab. Yeah, Champion Chase, it starts on Friday the 16th. So there you are. If you're doing the fusion, definitely save any prism pulls for that for Friday. You can get from a soul chase, you can get some of these prism shards. I think that's actually live now, and champion training as well. So 2 different sources. They're both tournaments, actually. Oh, that's interesting. So 2 ways to get free prism shards. Of course, they'd be very expensive potentially to max these out. So you've got your soul chase tournament. I recommend not doing this. I think this is just bad generally. Whales only, it will be my advice. There is no boosted event for your soul stones. It is not worth giving this up. And remember, one of the terrible things about Faction Wars Hard, and I think it's shit. Frankly, I love Faction Wars Hard is actually really good. It's great. Apart from this one thing, which is it's the same thing that you've got on these hard mode bosses, which is the awakened bullshit thing. So if I come in here, can I see it here? Does it show me? Yeah. Awakened weakness. So you take up to 25% less damage from the boss based on how many soul stars you've got, your awakening level, and you deal up to 50% more damage to the boss based off your awakening level as well. So yeah, I hate it because it's a double dip into pain, right? If you haven't spent money or got lucky to get a soul for your champion, you're getting punished once for not having the soul. You're getting punished now twice, because not only are you missing the stats and the effects from the soul, but now you're also taking more damage and dealing less damage. It's just shit. It was shit in hard mode dungeons, and it's shit here. It literally is just a fuck you, buy shards, buy soul. No, not fuck you, buy shards. Let's be reasonable. Let's not be unfair to Plarium. It's obviously a fuck you, buy soul stones. Sorry, I was almost a little overly harsh on Plarium there, saying they're forcing you to buy shards. That's very unfair. Oh, they do that as well, but not in this circumstance. This is about soul stones. But yeah, so what was I ranting? I've lost track of what I was talking about now. I was ranting. Anyway, I don't really recommend these Soul Chase tournaments. I think there tend to be like good Decks of Fate and Heroes Path events and boosted Soulstone events. I just don't really see the value of this. One thing I'm conflicted about, by the way, at the moment for myself is whether to buy Red Essence or just buy Eternal Soulstones. Like, especially, it depends how Faction Wars Hard will go for me. I think I'll be able to do it mostly fine without needing it, but the Eternal Soulstones will have a pretty big impact in making it easier with just some random 6-star souls, especially saving up for the doubled, either for Decks of Fate, like the Freya or the Khan one, where you need souls to do it easily, or for the very rare, like twice a year event where they double the 6-star drop chance from Eternals. That's really good as well. I'm a bit conflicted. Red Essence obviously is nice for Arena, but also it's a hell of a lot less fun. Saving for months to just upgrade one champ from 5 to 6-star is not exactly high-octane stuff, to be blunt. So we got that. Then there's obviously the champion training as well, which if you're doing the fusion, you've got to do. If you go a lot further, you have to almost double your score for one go at this. Is it worth it? Let's look at the champions. It's a bit of a boring one, honestly. It is. There's no headline champion. There's nothing, no sexy limited void, like well, not limited really, but like an Odin or a Queen of Hearts, like a really good void. There's no faction unity. It's just a bit boring. There's good champions in here. but it is just a bit boring. And there's some epics. It's fine, but this is really not too exciting to me. Uh, Now, some of these champs will really hard carry their faction. I think Arman's is going to hard carry. I think Elva hard carries. Margane is decent. She's useful for a couple of stages. Atharion is insane for high elves, actually. He's ridiculously good. Well, I was actually having a really tough time with high elves in Faction Wars Hard. I'll tell you this right now. Little spoiler, little preview. High elves is actually really tough because their control champions suck. Like, their legendaries. Like, I was like, do I just put these legendaries in the vault and bring out Skaramis because he has a 3-turn cooldown? What's up with the legendaries with 4-turn cooldown stuns and freezes with high elves? It's rough, man. But then I discovered that Fina with Atharion, even his A1s, you just delete everything, you know? And that's even without relics as well on the test server. Fina and Atharion just demolishes the whole faction. So, but even without Fina, he's still going to be exceptional because they've got very high max HP. The bosses only take 5% max HP per hit, by the way, for hard faction wars. But he's still really good. He still does good damage. But the waves, he rips apart. He's very strong. Thor, same thing. Apparently, he will just rip apart barbarians in terms of damage. He brings all the damage you need, and then Armans brings all the control. I think the two of them, job done. Rotus is exceptional, especially with Sifi, particularly for bosses. Like, he's great for the waves. He'll kill them all as well. But he's particularly good for bosses. Yeah, really, really good. And I say Razelvarg is very strong for Skinwalkers. The Skinwalkers is not exactly lacking in damage. Kaimar, phenomenal. This is Kevin. My real name is Kevin, the Harvester. That's me. I'm in the game. Finally got added in. I'm a lizard. You're a lizard, Harry. Yeah, I think he's actually quite good. More of an arena champ. He will be good. He will be good for Faction Wars Hard as well. He's got turn meter pushback. He can put skills on cooldown. He can sleep enemies for manual stuff. He's going to be actually really handy. So yeah, he's actually pretty cool. He could be pretty fun in arena. And Brogni, I haven't done dwarves. YST took dwarves, so I don't know. But I'd imagine Brogni's actually pretty good to support and sustain. Quilcha, he's okay. I wouldn't be too pushed with him. He's sort of like the Arman's counter, but it hasn't worked so well because typically you're going to be running up against stone skin enemies, and this guy can't do anything. So he flopped pretty hard, I think, as an Arman's counter. He's not bad. He's not great. I've seen him a few times. He's okay, but not exceptional. Hefrak, great damage. And he actually is cropping up a decent bit in Arena recently. Very good with Volcanos. Good counter hegemon. Stuff like that. He's actually kind of cool. So, yeah, the epics, any standout epics, Creodan, hard carries Sylvans. This guy is bonkers. If you said, Nub, you could have either Quilcha the Ash Arrow or Creodan the Blue for Faction Wars. I've cleared Sylvans, by the way. You said you could have one of those, but you can never have the other one ever. I would choose Creodan, the Epic, 100 times out of 100. The guy is freaking insane for Faction Wars Hard. Allure, very strong, obviously, for A1 turn meter control. Yeah, you've got some okay ones in here. I think Tagor's is very strong. I think that, these guys could be strong as well. There you go. Taragi, if I didn't want to load up for whatever reason, a miscreated monster. Taragi miscreated could be quite good. Ugo is great. Venomage is actually kind of crucial for a couple of the well, not crucial, but makes it a lot easier where you have to place, like, kill enemies with loads of debuffs. He's really good at that with the poisons. Poisons are actually quite good for Faction Wars Hard. Again, you've got high HP enemies, so you can actually just sit back and let them die to poisons. You got some good epics in here. Hitatsu, Seeker, obviously great clan boss sort of champs. Some duds as well. I think Lockwain's pretty bad. I think he might be part of the Mikage fusion. Same with Aishma. Same with Endalia. You've got a few Mikage fusion champs in there. If you're missing any of these for the Mikage fusion and you've got the energy, then yeah, it might be worth doing the champ training for your one free pull. If you get a Mikage epic, it's worth it, I would say. But yeah, that's sort of where we are at. I mean, if I was lacking the ones I've called out, so particularly if I didn't have Creodan, all the same, you know, bearing in mind, it's a 1 in 16 chance you get him. But if I had a bunch of energy, I might as well do that. Be like, oh, you know, champion training. We've got this new game mode coming out, Faction Wars Hard. Let me work on that over the next few days. Start training up champions that are going to be really good for Faction Wars Hard and get a chance at a Creodan. That's worth it for me, actually. So I would recommend that. You know, 1 in 16 chance, slightly lower because you might get a legendary, but roughly 1 in 16 that you get him. low, but it's something. It's better than none, and it could make a big difference. So yeah, why not? And some of the other epics there are good too. There you go. That's sort of my thoughts on that. So fun stuff. Tomorrow is the big day. Oh yes, tomorrow is the big day. Faction War is hard, so stay tuned for videos on that. And yeah, I think I gave you a few nice little preview tips and pointers here in today's video. Try do your I need to do my live arena for today. Try do your live arena. It is definitely well worth it. For I think getting your area bonuses done is actually quite quick because they're pretty darn cheap. And even these lower like getting them all up to just level 3 or all up to level 6 is going to make a massive difference, make your life a hell of a lot easier. Here we go. Stage level 10 for attack. Beautiful. Great. So HP and defense actually worth putting up as well to survive, and you will actually run HP and defense nukers a good bit too. It's kind of hard to keep attack nukers alive. There we are. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Goodbye.